Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I am going to go over the total three market cap. And I've just been going through the cryptocurrency market, some other assets, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, looking at them all and going, what is going on in the cryptocurrency market? And in my opinion, this is coming to the end in the next couple months, probably, guys. So look for January and then maybe February or March timeframe for this to finally actually come to a conclusion. The reason why is that they're starting to see this similar pattern showing up in all these assets right here. So and it right down into a descending wedge, which to me explains coming down in that wave, pop up to make that bullish divergence in a 5-wave move. So they look like they all kind of did the same type of move with a WXY, aggressive double zigzag. For those who don't know, double zigzags are, there's double zigzags, double threes in the WXY family or the zigzag family. But these double zigzags are made to be very, very aggressive. Okay, because the zigzag correction is very aggressive. So it comes down in 5, back up in 3, back down in 5. But you take 2 of them and you put them together like so. So then you have a nice double zigzag, which is probably one of the most aggressive downward moves you can get. Okay, like so. So zigzag, zigzag up, and that's what you have right here. Pretty sure it's just slowing up in the correction. So A, B, and then the C's coming down into a diagonal. It's coming to an end. That's what it's telling you. So this move, and just looked at it. Look, double zigzag, just like so. A, B, C, and then this is A, B, C. Okay, is more than likely what's going on with this. And then the areas I'd be looking for a target here on total market cap is right at this trend, right on top of the candle bodies, right over here, guys, right in that area. So the total market cap could have a little bit more to go, all the way down 7-8%, maybe even 10%, and it could go all the way down, to the bottom down there, guys. So 16% more for that zigzag to finish off that double zigzag, and this is making that type of move. I checked the rules out. 3-wave move here, if you can believe it. This is actually a 3-wave move in here too, and then back up. And the area, if you can see on this zigzag, I'll show it to you, gives you a little bit more of a clue. You see that wick right there? So I got a wick right there, and then this would be your wave down. It touched, okay? Or you can say this one. It doesn't matter. It could be this one or this one. But if you take a look, so it came down here, 3-wave move up, back down here, and where it touched right even with that one right there. So that's the top of your 4th wave, more than likely. This is the bottom of your 1st wave, your 2nd, your 3rd, your 4th. And the 4th likes to come up and tag the 1st wave on this weekly chart. So it's going to come back down. And then how long this is right here, okay, this is going to be shorter than this section right here, okay? So it actually looks really, really good. You could take it off of log 2. It looks pretty good on linear, and check it out. So that's with total 2. Same type of pattern that Bitcoin is doing. And not total 2, excuse me, that's total. So what total is, it's all the assets, including Bitcoin. So I'm going to go over total 2, which is all the assets excluding Bitcoin, exclude BTC right here. It's the same pattern, guys. It's the same exact pattern for the most part. And this is the area I'd be checking it out. On top of this area right over here, you can see right over here, how it came down in this section right here. It didn't come up. It touched that section right there. Okay, let me check the daily, see if there's any more. So you can see my area. It's either here. Let me take that off. It just came up and barely missed that right there. If you count that wick, or if it's this wick right here, it could be this wick. Definitely came down and touched it into that area, came back up and touched it, and then probably coming back down. Here's a wave, back up, correct it, and then back down to that area, guys. So everything looks pretty good to me that it's coming up to actually finish something down into that area for probably about the same percentage of a drop as the other one. So you're looking at potentially, 14, 15, maybe even as much as 20% drop right there. That leg right there can't be any bigger. If you go by the rules, it can't be any bigger than that. So you just put it like that. It can't be any bigger than 1-to-1. So it shouldn't be any bigger than that right there. So 786 could be an area I'd be looking at 377. And that is from where it is right now, 377, 14% drop to be done with it. Total 3, a little bit different. It's weaker. No surprise, just because total 3 has a lot of wimpy alts in it. And my target area for that is already hit the top of that, is in this area, and as low as 255 billion or thereabouts. So this one could have more of a drop of 15, same amount, 15, 20% potentially is what I'd be checking it out. So this one too is a little bit weaker. It didn't actually come up. Let me check the daily on it. It actually didn't come up and tag those quite. Just missed it. If you can see right there, it just missed it in that area. So probably here, up and a wave, back down over here, back down in this area, maybe come back over here a little bit while BTC goes up and then gets back down here. I would think that this somewhere on this trend, it's going to land. So something similar to something like this, back up and get back down here. And then it could go something like that and then eventually get out of there. Something like that, guys, is what I would suspect with total 3. Total 3 is a lot weaker than obviously the other ones, as I mentioned before, because of the other wimpy alts that are in there that just drag it down a lot more. So everything looks good, guys. It's coming down. All the assets, like plenty of assets, are giving this this signal with Bitcoin. Not really Ethereum, not really a Binance coin, but there's other assets that are doing the same thing and coming down into that pattern, which, pretty much looking at total 2 and the total market cap, it looks pretty good. Just looks like more time and a little bit more dump. Bring this to an end. Like I said, January at the soonest, and it could go out to February or maybe even March and be done and over with. And that's when you want to take a look at which, as this time goes on, which alts are going to have the really good setups and get ready to rip out of there, guys. So can't go wrong with Ethereum and probably Binance coin. I know a lot of people are probably going to be staying away from Binance coin, but if this is good to go with Binance coin, guys, it's going to finish off its last wave, in my opinion. I think it's just struggling to make that area of everything that's going on with it, and it's going to make this last wave just beyond all-time highs. So Binance coin, pretty good. The Polkadot ecosystem is really getting hammered overall, man. Polkadot really is getting hammered on this ecosystem, guys. So not to say they can't rip out of there, but I think it's going to be an underperformer, in my opinion. That's just what I think. I was trying to think of some other coins here. I was going down through my list and checking out ones. Vulcan Forge is back up to 292 already. Vulcan Forge. Yeah, it's Vulcan Forge. Looks okay. Let's see. Trust Wallet. Just looking at the other assets that I would be getting into. Like I said, guys, my high risk plays are the Amplify. If it comes down, breaks that, gets down into those areas, I'll be building up my bag on that. Same thing with the Left Zero, guys. Barn Bridge is another one I'm checking out. It's doing pretty good right in that area on that trend. So just waiting to see if it's going to break down to here. And once Bitcoin, go up, and then it could break down to this trend once Bitcoin comes back down again, depending on how aggressive that wave is going to be. Chili's, Don't underestimate Chili's. Telling you, don't underestimate Chili's. That looks like a pretty solid wave 2 correction to me from here to there. A nice drop on a wave 2 correction, guys. All the way down 63%, 65% almost. You know, most people aren't going to buy it right there. They're going to ape in up top, up here, probably in the 20s, in the 20s, in the 30s when people ape into that. In January or whenever that happens, February or something like that. KDA, Kusama. Kusama's looking weak. Just going through some of these coins right now. I went over them. I just went over Seller Network, what you want to look out for. Woo Network is another one I was checking out. It's doing the same thing, guys. It's doing the same type of pattern coming down too. I posted this on Twitter, and it's up and 2, down 3, 4, and then probably, you know, who knows, go back down here, up over here, and somehow just go along this trend line on Woo Network, guys. And Woo Network is, let me see if I got the whole chart on here. I don't have the whole chart. Just a second. Go to Woo Network. Woo Network. Here we go. Woo Network has been in a correction for a long time because, in my opinion, its correction ended right there. It ended right there in May of 21. And Woo Network blasted up 64x. And it's been in a correction since May of 21 for this amount of time. I know it's a long time, 600 plus days. So you're looking at like 2 years, almost 2 years. And then this area over here to be checking it out, it could really, just because of the amount of time, it could really rip out of there, guys, in my opinion, with Woo Network. So you just want to check out this descending wedge. I would just see what kind of pattern where it's going to bounce to, and it'll be eventually be getting out there. It looks really, really nice. You know, 1 up, you could say 1 or 2. This is a 3, 4, and then probably maybe 5, or up over here and then down for 5, or whatever it's going to do in there. That's definitely the areas I'd be checking this one out right here, somewhere along this trend and down in this area with Woo Network. Okay. So, and then you don't have to, you know, you can always wait for it. What's it going to do? Pop out of there, get a correction, and then get the thing on the next little wave that it's going to do, making sure that it maintains that bullish divergence down there. So almost everything's doing the same pattern, making this bullish divergence down here that everybody's been keep talking about on their charts. I keep seeing that a little bit. Look at this bullish divergence. Look at this bullish divergence Bitcoin is forming. The issue is that these descending wedges are so big, especially on Bitcoin, guys. It's like a huge descending wedge that Bitcoin is doing. Let me see. Where's my actual Bitcoin chart right here? This is a huge descending wedge. It's been going on since August, and it got down into this wave in September, and then all the way over to this is November right here. November to complete that, get down here a little bit, and then get back over here. So, you know, I think most of the time for the wedge was in this area, and it's going to be in this area. If it has one more down and then another bounce and then one more, so the next little sideways action, if it does it, will be more time potentially. But I think it's going to depend on the traditional markets too. They don't have to bottom at the exact same time that Bitcoin does, because Bitcoin made its high in November 2021. And the S&P completed its high right around January. So they have to be exact same time. Bitcoin could bottom well before the S&P 500, okay? Because I think the S&P 500 has a really good shot that it's probably going to go down quite a bit more, guys. You know, I'm just kind of sitting back waiting to see what this is going to do. But to me, this is like a 3-wave move, and then it's going to come back down here to the 34 to 3,200 range to finally finish this off. Right in this area, pretty much on this trend is what I'm thinking it's going to do. If it comes down in a 1, back up into a 3 or a 2, and then swing back down to a 3, back up into a 4, and then back down into a 5. Kind of like one of these right over here. One of these right over here, just like this. Something like that. And just take that trend and just move it, you see? Just something like that. And then the S&P will be done, and boom, it'll be out of there more than likely. And with the S&P, it's going to remain to be seen if the S&P is going to go ahead and break all-time highs, guys. You know, there's a shot that it could go It could be, it's going to be going up, but is it going to be going up into a B wave, corrective wave to crash again, or is it done to continue on with its trend? That's what's going to determine, what's this wave going to look like? Three-way move or bullish move with the S&P 500? Right now, that's anybody's guess. Nobody knows the answer to that until it starts happening. Just like a guy was asking me about, like, with Bitcoin. So we go back to Bitcoin. I'll show you guys, like, we're not going to know until it starts if Bitcoin is going to come down and complete this and swing back up dynamically into a corrective wave, only to come back down again. Okay. So that's the mega bear. The mega bear option is that Bitcoin came down in this wave. It's going to correct up into a massive wave. And this will be a strong wave right here, guys. I think this will be a God wave. This right here, if it's doing this 3 and then a 3, this will be a God wave. It'll just rip probably. And then it'll come back down to another 5 wave. And that would just really crush a lot of, I guess you could say, the hodlers and stuff if it does do that. Right now, I don't think it's going to do that. It has to prove to me first that it's going to do that. I have to see this wave going up and see what's going to be doing first. Right now, that's just a guess. That's just a guess right now. But my estimated guess is going to finish something, and then it's going to consolidate a little bit. It'll go up into a wave. So let's say March, the Fed pause. It'll go up into a wave like so. Okay. So it comes back down, let's say January, February, March timeframe. It'll go up into a wave. It might hit 27 or 28 or something like that. Going into, let's say, the time right now that the markets are predicting that the Fed will do a pivot is around September, October, I think, is it? Somewhere around there. So by that time, maybe it does a pivot, might go up a little bit more, and then there'll be a wave 2 crash, just like that, guys. So those that entered in here could ride that wave up, and then it'll crash back over to where it was again. Okay. And Bitcoin is notorious on its wave 2 crashes to go as deep as a wave, as you can see right there. So those that enter in here too late, they FOMO, waiting for 10, they FOMO in here, could go up and then be back underwater once again. Just like some folks that are over here or over here that are underwater right now, it could happen again. All right, guys, that's the end of my video. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.